Life is very hard, obviously, but we're not doing everything we could to make it better. And we're often doing things to make it worse. So even if it is suffering, which is true, we have no idea how much we could ameliorate that if we all put our efforts into it. Your bitterness manifested fruit. You don't even know it. You've delimited your options in a terrible way, and you've closed, you're walking between cliff walls, and they're getting closer and closer and closer together. And then you'll be stuck. And you'll think, how the hell did this happen? And it happened because you didn't avail yourself of the opportunities that presented themselves to you. So, that's horrible, but that's how it is.
Kobe Bryant, 17 years old. I wasn't invited to parties or friendly gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. And I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because during those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player.
Parents are both alive. Are your parents alive?
Mm-hmm.
How old are your parents?
76, 74.
And where do they live?
Washington, D.C.
How often do you see them?
Like twice a year.
Okay. So most people be like, okay, let's say your parents live till 80, so they have 5 more years, okay? Let's just say, roughly. You would say I have 5 more years of my parents, but I would say no. You have 10 more times with your parents if you see them twice a year. You see them twice a year times 5, you have 10 more times to see them. When you start thinking of things like that, your first reaction is, I want to go see my parents. At least that's mine. So you change the way you approach it. I'm like, I'm going to go see my parents every other month. I'm going to make it a priority.
A ton of curveballs. It's scary. But if you believe, man, if you believe, and if you want it, and if you want to work hard enough for it, it can be so. Because there's no difference from me and you. I just really wanted this shit. I wanted it bad.